Are we putting the wings on, or are you just moving them?
Rear legs, wheels, brakes, windshield, wings, and now prop all in one day. All the big pieces.
We're Aaron and Paul. Over the past 5 months, we've been building a camper plane. It's a 6-seat Bearhawk 5 that we'll be converting once the plane is airworthy. Up till now, a lot of individual pieces have been finished, but we still have to bring it all together. And we're less than 1 week away until inspection, and she currently looks like this. So welcome back, and thanks for joining us for what is about to become one of the busiest weeks of our lives.
Well guys, last night before we left, Virgil actually finished firewall forward. So everything's done. Everything's connected to power. Everything's ready to turn on. He was like, Paul, don't touch the master. You'll fry stuff. I think the only things to plug in here, it looks like the spark plugs, right? Something like that. Yeah. So the other day, Virgil took these old Champion spark plugs out. These things are like $80 a piece. Like, just silly how much they cost. And instead of putting those back in, like new ones of those, we're actually putting in an automotive racing spark plug. They're like $8 a piece. They are a much hotter spark, so it's gonna be better for our engine. And we can change them out whenever we need because they're only $8 a piece. And these are things that you cannot do in certified. So many little things like that make the experimental world incredible to me. It's gonna save me money. It's gonna be better for the engine, get better performance. Win, 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 win. Couple things that I'm loving about this engine. They have a remote oil filter on it. So oil changes will be a breeze. It's just mounted right there. Nice, easy access in through the cowling. So oil changes, that'll be good to go.
Filling up the gear legs. Well, I took over Ty's job. I told him I didn't want to edit wedding photos anymore, and I was like, please let me do something. It rises, so you gotta wait for it to go down. So you gotta burp the gear leg. I thought Ty was joking with me when I first came over, and he was like, I'm burping the gear leg.
You let it burp. I'm being serious.
You are?
Yeah.
And he goes, fine, you're on gear leg duty.
Well guys, after 4.5 months of building this thing, she is about to see her landing gear for the first time. They just flew it in the air, and now we're gonna mount some gear. It's interesting to see the whole plane attached to a lift, and the lift is attached to the engine mount. And then when I start thinking, which you can't think too much about these things, but I am, which is a bad thing. The engine mount only attaches to the plane with 5 bolts. So the entire engine is only on by 5 bolts. And then I was looking over at the table over there, and all of our wing spar bolts, so the bolts that hold the wings on, there's only like 6 of them. So between like 11 bolts, and anything that's anything on the plane is held on. And it's just like something I probably shouldn't think much about. We got the cowling on, the boot cowl on today. They just fastened that up. The engine is pretty well wired. We had a couple things to troubleshoot. Really, this guy misplaced some grounds, and now that's all working. So the master actually turns on. So the sides are going on, and then they can put the gear on. So sides are going on now.
Honestly forgot how big our plane was gonna be until these tires went on. She is huge. Paul and I are gonna be flying a monster truck. Let's freaking go.
Thank you. So I'm wiring in our control grips from Pioneer right now, and Skylar does something pretty cool that I thought I'd show you. So he sends a custom wire diagram specific for your grips. So we have 3 buttons in ours. We have push to talk, a comm swap, and an autopilot disconnect. And he has a sheet of paper with our 3 buttons on it, and then what wires they're connected to. So then I can literally just look at the wires and I know exactly which one goes to what, and I can pin it out so easy. Well, and just like that, it's already pinned out. It's good to go, and it'll connect straight into the wires I've already ran right down here. I have a quick disconnect for the control.
Let's go.
That was so easy.
Are we putting the wings on, or are you just moving them? I feel like gear legs went on in the span of like maybe 10 minutes, and now we're getting the wings on. It's flying. This may be the last time we see her wingless. I think they'll be on by the end of today.
Keep going.
Time!
Look at that.
Wow.
It's kind of like parallel parking, but different.
Yeah.
Dude, wing one is on.
Just like that, she is turned into an actual looking plane. Virgil has been making manuals, and so I think the guys are taking notes of what they did on the plane and like adjusting things so that future builders can have an easier time with this. Virgil was also telling us for his plane, Mike Alpha, they almost had a wing drop when they were putting it on, so all hands went on deck here. And luckily that didn't happen. Just got called over by Paul and Peter. Paul and Peter, it's the P squared over here.
P squared, baby.
Wow, and these two, P squared, have also been working on this bad boy, and Peter has got her all lit up and working.
Hey, Peter, what are we naming our avionics shop? The P squared avionics?
The P squared avionics,
Hey, I'm
let's
here for
go.
it. I'm here for it.
Can y'all slow down? You're doing too much today.
It's gonna come back off, don't worry. We're not done with the whole install thing.
Everything goes in and out and in and out. Building an airplane is like
It's literally 10:30 at night, and these two are checking another thing off the list. I'm like, man, the grind doesn't stop. Virgil said those is coming back off. I think they're just fitting it for future reference. But still, another thing. I feel like, could we have packed anything more into a day? I'm not sure. I bet somehow they'll manage to do another thing before midnight. It's like the Three Musketeers here. 1, 2, 3. Those three, we're gonna have a plane built by tomorrow morning.
So since we're just like gonna put the thing together tonight, y'all wanna put your prop on tonight?
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did gear legs, wheels, brakes, windshield, wings, and now prop all in one day.
All the big pieces.
That's gotta be like a record.
Wait, what else is left to do after that? Well, okay.
We got 5 days. It's
Careful.
So these are carbon fiber blades, and the nice thing with these is theoretically you can always repair them. I mean, don't like go put it in the dirt. But if you just get like a nick or something like that, like a rock hits it or something, you can composite repair it.
the biggest difference on the Trailblazers versus like a big metal prop is all your weight is in the center of the prop. So there's not near as much inertia out at the ends of the blades. So when you hit the throttle in one of these, it's there like now. There's a noticeable delay and spin up on an engine with a metal prop versus one of these.
Oh, it's really interesting.
Yeah, so if you're coming in and you notice it's dropping out on you, hit the throttle, it's there immediately. I usually put about a 1/2 inch spinner gap in them. A 1/2 inch spinner gap. Sometimes you can go down to 3/8 to 1/2 inch, is about where you want it. Gives you plenty of room. The other thing, some people like a tighter one because it looks better and all the other reasons, but the other side of it is the tighter the spinner gap, the harder it is to get the cowl on it. Without scratching everything. So I prefer a little bit bigger gap, but everybody's got their thing. And this is what Build Assist is for, is most people don't care what their spinner gap is. They just want it to work.
Yeah.
And so instead of studying why you have a spinner gap of what size,
Yeah.
you just put the prop on. That's kind of the big goal for Build Assist, is all those little piddly decisions that take a lot of education to make. We just take out of it and we make that for the customer.
Yeah.
And then we say, what do you want for paint? Well, you know, here's your different engine options. Not, hey, go find an engine.
Yeah.
Go do research, learn about engines. It's like, hey, these 3 engines work.
Yeah.
Pick one. Here's a fun fact for you, Paul.
Okay.
Actually, true or false? Washers are directional.
True.
True. Did you know that, Aaron?
Because isn't there a rounder side than the other?
There's a round side and there's a flat side.
It's like I've been working on
I teach you that.
Ty did.
Well, I actually asked him one of like the first weeks we were here. I was like, okay, maybe a stupid question, but is there a right and a wrong way to put on a washer? And he was like, yes.
Oh, you actually asked?
Yeah, I did ask.
Ty likes to share that. He likes to get people in.
Really?
Oh, really?
Like, your washer's on the wrong way.
Oh.
Thanks, man. That was fun. Well, guys, to say that yesterday was a big day, I feel is like such an understatement. After so long of everything in pieces, to see everything in one piece and together is wild. So I got here today and I was asking Peter what's left for me to do. It sounds like I'm going to be tackling some of the landing lights right now. So we have 2 main landing lights already installed. They're from Watt. These are the Prometheus landing lights, I believe. And we have some other ones coming, and if they come in today, then I think we're gonna swap them out, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and terminate our wires on those, get them linked in, and so here in about an hour, we should have some landing lights. So let's do that.
Can't wait till I get some floorboards in here.
All right, let me show you guys some of the clean 3D printing work that Peter's been up to recently. So we have a lot of power outlets in our plane, and he just wouldn't let them dangle and not look pretty. This man got up to some stuff. So look at this. This is our rear seat right here. And then just above it, he 3D printed this panel that pops down. And then we have the GSB-15 on the other side of it. Absolutely beautiful. We'll be able to mount a camera here that's forward facing with power, which is wild to me. There's the power run right here. It pokes out the other side here, and it runs down the wing root, down the windshield into the panel. So we printed these panels that clip in, and Aaron and I will both have power just underneath our seats to charge our phones or iPads or anything like that. And then the last location in the plane is the glare shield, and in the glare shield there's actually another power port for our glare shield cameras. So we have 2 power ports up there, 4 total underneath our seats, and then 2 on the ceiling in the back seat. So tons and tons of power. We will never need that much, but we have it if we need it, and we feel like we need to charge, you know, iPads for everyone at Oshkosh. So I've already wired one of them, and now I'm wiring all the rest. Half the time, or probably 3/4 of the time in here wiring for me is just trying to figure out where to run things, like what the run's going to be before I make the cut that I can't undo, and just like trying to figure out the length appropriate. Seemingly that takes me the most amount of time, because once that's done, heck, I can pin this out and have it all done in like 2 seconds. We're installing the overhead panel or console, and Peter has made these really beautiful trim pieces that he's putting up now.
Oi! Oi, man, look at that. She's beautiful.
Dude, she is beautiful.
She's beautiful. Suck that crab on.
Who's Travon?
Is this what Peter just installed?
No, he installed the trim pieces up there.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I just saw this immediately. I haven't seen this yet. This is for where we're going to be plugging our headsets in. And then that way, we were originally worried about if we are going to be stepping on, like, the Limo plugs. And now we don't have to worry about that. And he even has drain holes in case someone spills their water or tea or whatever.
This
He
man
thinks of everything. Look at this.
thought of
man.
everything.
Virgil, he needs a raise. I love this. This was such a good idea.
I love that literally this morning, that was an idea.
And a problem. We were trying to figure it out this morning, and then Peter freaking problem solved it with his 3D printer.
The proof is that it's in.
The man's a genius. He's so creative. Super creative.
What are you doing? Your class?
I feel like every Bearhawk should have this.
I agree.
I feel like that should be a norm. Peter, I'm obsessed.
You know, Peter, the only thing this is missing, like, why is there no Bearhawk on it?
Peter.
Like, what?
There wasn't enough room.
What in the world?
Are we gonna just leave this as it is, or are we gonna put screws in it?
I mean, Paul, how hard are you gonna land?
I haven't landed one of these smoothly yet. This is a Limo plug, and Peter right now is soldering on all these wires. There are 6 wires that go to the internals of this Limo plug. So he's doing the hard work. I'm just putting some shrink wrap on it here, so that way we are sure that the connections never touch. And then after this is done, I'll go ahead and ring them out with this to make sure that we have solid connections, label them, and then close them up so they can install on the plane and connect to the audio system.
Virgil, wouldn't you say that the back corner is where the nerds go?
Yeah, that's Nerd Central.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping up the last one here. Just a few pieces come on, but these look clean when they're done.
It's so nice.
It's nice.
It's Italian. It's Prince Spaghetti Day.
Mamma mia.
I love evenings with Peter.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. Well, today, guys, is a big day. It has been all build around here for 5 months, and now we are to a point where people start looking at the plane doing inspections. So right now we have guys coming in and certifying or putting a stamp of approval on our Pitot-static system and giving us our Pitot-static check. So we have a hard IFR panel and airplane. So Aaron and I are both instrument rated pilots. So we want to be able to fly this thing instrument. In order to do that, we need a Pitot-static check, and they are going through our entire system right now, checking the Pitot-static, making sure everything's sealed and pressurized, and that we have a good system. So wild that we are on to the inspection phase. Things still aren't buttoned up. We still have more work to do for sure, but the Pitot-static system hopefully gets a stamp of approval today.
After like a month away from fabric, Ty is putting me back on duty today, and I think I'm doing the seat covers. We'll see if I remember how to do this kind of thing. I mixed alcohol and glue. No, I'm just kidding, Ty. I think this is gonna be a real test to see how much I can remember fabric. Ty's like, okay, now that's glued, go fabric it. And I'm like, how do I do this again? Ty's gonna kill me for using his little scissors, but I'm also like, I can't find any other erasers.
You're just over here going, wee, wee. So I'm gonna come help.
What is that again?
No.
What about the mullet? That's the question. Chopper or keeper?
I don't like it touching my neck.
I got some clips if you want some.
Well, I've got a headband. Never mind.
We're having an issue right now where the plane is being called 5 different names. Paul's trying to get the plane to be named Tina. Absolutely not. And now all the guys in the shop are teasing that the plane's name is Tina.
Definitely Tina. I'm just kidding. I'm all for Big Bird.
I keep calling her Big Bird. Our friend JP keeps calling the plane Paddington, so She's got a lot of names. Well, 1 million years later, she's finally done. Ty may have started this maybe about like an hour after I started mine and finished it maybe an hour and a half before I finished mine.
Bye, love you.
But got her done. Still not as pretty as the experts, but we got some seats. All right, we got 48 hours till inspection and there's still a lot to do that's going on in the shop. Paul is officially resanding our wingtips and we're repainting them. And it's not needed for inspection, but it's just showing how much work is still being done on the plane literally 48 hours before the guy comes to tell us if we can fly her or not. So Peter, Virgil, Paul and I are here Saturday and we're cranking all day, and Virgil even said he thinks that we should have this plane done by the end of today, if not tomorrow. Kind of crazy we're at that point, but yeah, she's getting close. Well, the goods have been delivered and now I'm put on paint duty, which I'm actually pretty excited about. So Virgil is the one that did the paint for everything, but there's just some spots that need to be retouched up on, and so it's just little bitty details that like no one would see from far away, but it's like that little mark, we're gonna cover that up with like the cream, or the end over here, we're gonna like clean up this line. I'm not doing any like serious painting, but we're just like retouching up some edges and some spots that have been needing to be worked on. Okay, I've decided a method to the madness. I'm gonna tape all the spots I see that I need to fix and then go back to do all of them so that I'm not like up and down with the paintbrush. I just feel like that's probably less room for error, but yeah, we'll see. Why is this so nerve-wracking doing your own paint on your plane? Wow, 20 hours later.
Dude, truly. I think you got a wingtip, Virgil.
You missed a spot.
Don't even start here.
That's a funny look.
This is like probably the most difficult thing I've done so far in wiring.
3 or 4 hours ago, we realized that the only audio jack, and I don't know why we didn't realize this sooner, but the only audio jack we have in here for recording is up on our dash. Well, half of the stuff we do is on Instagram, and that's videos with our phone, and I'm like, well crap, right now we will have to have a wire draped across our dash into our laps, and it's fine for now to do that, but eventually we'd want to put in a second audio jack to pull the audio out. So I figured out the solution. We're putting in an audio jack right here where our power is underneath our seat, but that means I have to run a line up to the audio jack that we have up here and then down. And audio is like probably the most complicated wiring system in the plane, so it's not an easy add. So I ran the wire, thankfully I was able to do that, but now it's like the difficult part of actually connecting the two wires, making sure it's all clean. This is the 1/8 inch jack that we're using, that we're putting underneath the seat, and that's what's up here as well. Well, the back, you don't have wires, you actually have to attach the wire to it with solder. And in this little tight spot, man, it's pushing me. And I probably look really awkward up here with my butt out.
Yeah. Big booty, big booty.
Not anymore. Quit me.
I think we're wrapping things up. Paul and I walked in and Virgil and Peter were in the plane, like kind of going through things, making sure the lights worked, making sure the avionics worked okay. And we have our first seat in the plane too. Every time we've been in there, it's just been the floorboards or like us putting a random like sheet of wood in there so we don't like fall through the fabric. It's amazing how much has happened in a week to this plane. Between like the wings going on, the prop, the wheels and brakes, the avionics getting like fully ready, is just, it feels like it's come together so fast. Got less than 24 hours till inspection, so hoping it goes well. But no matter what happens, super proud of what has come of this plane and the team behind it.
I'm attaching our lower boot cowl to our nose bolt. I got a screw from the back in, otherwise it'll scratch the paint. And this extends inside, so there's like no space up here. So I'm having to reach around and use this ratcheting wrench to get the nut onto the screw while holding the screw out here. And I have to like reach around to do it.
I was gonna say, you're in a funny position.
I know.
I just want to see you hit that 7-mile mark after the SOS attempt the month before.
Oh my gosh, I would literally die. Yesterday, I started doing the paint and I finished touching up like the painting parts that kind of had some like rough edges. And then I went to touch up the Bearhawk logo on the wing at the last part of the evening last night. And then Paul jumped in the plane as I was doing it, and it messed up my stroke. I ended up taking all that off, but all the black paint I had used had dried up. So Virgil, luckily today, was doing some more painting and just gave me some more. So gonna finish that up and then maybe touch up a few other things that I think need some extra strokes, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, art. Picasso.
Well, this morning Peter has been modifying the harnesses, the attach points for our harnesses, and has actually printed a brand new bracket for them. And he just installed them, and look at how good these harnesses look. One thing that I always mentioned from the beginning of looking for planes, I was always telling Aaron, I was like, we have to have hooker harnesses in this plane. Like, we have to. Just because, you know, my last name's Hooker and I gotta have Hooker on my chest. Anyway, they're installed, they're in the plane now, they look great. And I think we're pretty much wrapped and ready for inspection.
And just like that,
We are legal.
we're legal.
We have an airplane and we can go fly it. Bart, the DAR, I think that's what it's called, he just left. A really, really cool guy. He went through the whole plane and he had a couple little pointers for us, like where some tubes were chafing or potential to chafe, but beyond that, the plane is good to go. And yeah, that was a really cool experience.
He also, Bart himself, has built like 30 airplanes, so having someone who has such expertise come in and look at this was kind of cool, because he's learned things through so many years that he was trying to implement into our plane and into our systems. So really cool guy, really nice guy, and I think we're gonna see him at Osh too.
Yeah, that's something through this whole process. Even though it's experimental, there are so many like counter checks to make sure we have a safe airplane. Like we were talking on the way over here when Bart was getting here. We were talking about how 3 different people have gone through our engine.
Yeah.
And now Bart just went through the engine compartment as well. He went through the whole plane, but like so many eyes on our plane to make sure that we have a safe
Aircraft.
platform to go fly and travel with.
It's like a little surreal that it's kind of, this chapter's coming to an end and stuff, but really grateful for the team here, really grateful for this experience. And next up is first flight.
Yeah, today we're gonna start the engine, and then tomorrow will be the first flight because we gotta get some sleep.
If you've been along for this whole plane build process, thanks for being here. This has been like a dream of Paul's and mine for years, of owning an own plane to open up so many avenues of adventure, and it's cool that we've gotten to be so involved with the team here at Bearhawk in building out literally our dreams. So, all right, let's go to bed.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Oh, me too.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hooker.
I walk out of the bathroom, and this is what I saw by the toilet.
We're busy around here. The toilet was a little loose, so I was multitasking.
The thing I love about these is the curve.
The curvature. The curves were very nice curve.
Really created the Bearhawk Insta just for Ty.
All the old men, yeah.
It's the admiration station over here. Do I have muscle? influencer. Gosh, well, we need the biggest influencer right here.
Bam!
We've been missing our real star of the show.
That's right. Hey, where did you turn? Where did you